In this video, you are going to see the 3 super simple, stupid simple steps on how to sell high-ticket builds to clients. I was invited by Adam and Brendan of Go High Level Mastery to go over just my 3 stupid simple process of closing anywhere between $4,000 to $15,000 custom builds inside Go High Level. Now, if you're watching this on YouTube or in my course, this is the crux. This is the foundation to how I have gone from a year and a half of struggling, not knowing how to sell this, not knowing how to find customers, get the clients that would pay this price, to 6 weeks. I sold $63,500 worth of custom builds. And obviously not all of that is profitable. I'm operating at about a 42% margin by having Adam and Brendan fulfill everything. But in this video, stick around to the end because you're going to see the 3 super simple steps that have allowed me to transform my entire agency. So let's get into the video and enjoy.
You know, when I first started here, it's been about a year now. I got really lost in the building aspect of it. And it was a gift and a curse because in order to sell it, you have to answer questions when people come. And it's not like, hey, let me check with my team and let me figure that out. So I spent a lot of time learning how to do this through all of our calls that we have every day. And so the biggest thing is making that switch, and that switch is trying to find the right clients. It's okay to say no. I've learned over the past couple of months that I got excited trying to sell this, working with the clients, and then it turns out that I'm married to that client, and that's what I don't want. And so as I continue to learn along with you guys as well, is yeah, it's great to get excited about a $2,500 setup or a $5,000, $11,000 setup, but they have to be on the same page. And where do we find those people is what really makes it or breaks it. Um, I have 15 years of sales experience. I've never done cold calling. And when I started selling this, I was like, there's a reason why I don't do cold calling because I absolutely fucking hate it. And you get so much rejection. And so really I honed in on like, where do all these people sit and where are these people, right? Everybody is using Zapier. Go and find a Zapier group. Go and find someone that there has to be Facebook groups out there that are all about automations and Zapier outside of GSD, outside of Go High Level. Because if you've ever posted anything in the Go High Level groups, obviously you get 14 text messages right after, hey, I saw you're in this is what we can do. And they have the emojis and everything. You don't want to be like that, right? You have to approach them with a value. I mean, that's why I drop all these sales calls in the group. Go and do some research and find out what franchises are out there. In one of the posts, I landed a franchise for mattress by appointment. It literally is exactly what it is. Mattress by appointment. How easy is it for the AI just to handle all those appointments? Go and look at franchises. Go on Instagram and look and find Instagram coaches. These coaches, they are making serious money and they have to find a team to go and do that. So the team that they have to go and hire, Adam and Brendan and Cody and Raul, they already have that. And so what we bring to the table is we have an entire digital team inside a CRM system, just so happens to be called Go High Level, and we can provide all of that for you on autopilot. And so it really just comes down to a simple two-way conversation. Hey, what's up? How are you handling all the people that you get text messages from? Oh, you're using ManyChat? That's cool. How dynamic or static is that? What do you mean? Right there, you just separated yourself. You asked a question that they didn't even know. What is static? What is dynamic? Just start there. Well, dynamic would mean that it adjusts to what the people are saying. You're sending out a canned response. Imagine having a one-on-one conversation times 200 and it could answer everything about your business. That right there just grabbed their attention. I don't understand what you're talking about. ManyChat's a partner with Facebook. No, it's not a member with Facebook. Me and you could spend $50,000 and just put a tag on our product that says we're a member. We're a partner with Facebook. Would you be opposed to having a conversation for 5 or 10 minutes to just showing you what AI can do and what it's done for the 100 people that are in this call? And I mean, at that point, if they're not intrigued, now you got a 5 to 10 minute call. And so the way that I really do it is I break it up into sections. When I first started doing this, I got so excited about Go High Level. And then I realized this shit's been around for 20 years. We're really just adding AI into it. So each step of the way, I sell the next step. The first one is sell a 5 to 10 minute phone call just to get them to reply. Actually, the first step is just to get them to reply. Once they reply, I sell a 5 to 10, and I'm not selling it making money off a 5 to 10 minute call, but I got them so intrigued to where they're like, man, I don't know. I've never been approached this way because everybody else is just sending them an emoji. This is what we can do. We could do this. Whether you go high level expert, blah, blah, blah. No one wants to hear that. You want to get people to want to buy, to buy. You don't want to sell to them. People don't want to be sold to. They want to buy. And so after you have that 5 to 10 minute phone call, now you just, it will turn into more than 5 to 10 minutes. It will turn into maybe 30 minutes, and you just pound them with questions. So I'll use a coach as an example. Let's use Raul and Cody's, for instance, right? So it's like, what do you guys do? Oh, you guys run ads. Cool. How many people do you guys have it come into your Instagram account? We have maybe 100 a month. Cool. How many times have you had a customer say, hey, let me get back to you in like a week. I had to talk to my partner. And that you kind of lost it because you were talking to 4 other people that you ended up signing up. And, Cody and Raul might say, yeah, I don't really know. It could go 2 ways. I don't know. Okay, so you're not tracking it. Or, yeah, it happens often. Well, what if I could track it and stop it from happening? Well, how would you do that? Well, before I go any further, let me keep asking you questions. And you just keep asking questions. When you think that you've asked enough questions, you haven't asked enough. Just keep going. Don't talk about Go High Level. Don't talk about the AI. And let them, through their questioning, they will start to see, through the questions that you ask them, they will begin to see, oh man, I never really thought about it, but yeah. Okay. So in this example, Cody, what's the average ticket size for someone that signs up with you? $4,000. Cool. So you just told me that this happens about 3 times a month. You're losing 12 grand. Now you have a benchmark of where that price and what your solution can provide. You already know that it could save them 12 grand. So now their budget was 3 grand to work with you. And all of a sudden, well, wait a second. You told me that you're losing 12 grand. So if you're losing 12 grand, your budget was 3, now you can, but before you even get into any pricing. So you go through the call, you have that call. Cool. In order for this to really work for you and I, is because I don't really know if I can help you or not, we have to create what we call as a project scope document. And that document is going to get everything in your head out on paper. And whether or not you hire me or not, you now can go and hire somebody else with this document. So the next step in this process is we need to set up a call. Now I am going to charge you $150. I'm going to charge you $300. I'll charge you $500, whatever the price that you want to come up with that you feel comfortable. But it does 2 things. One, it qualifies them. If they're going to pay you $150, you have a better chance of closing them in the future. 2, you now have filtered out an unnecessary hour-and-a-half meeting with a bunch of time to write through a document because now you're getting paid for it. So now the next call, you just get on and Brendan did this super quick the other day. What's your customer journey? Okay, they go to a website, they fill out a form on my Instagram, they do this, they do that, it goes to there. I get an email, it goes here, we have a Zoom call, we have whatever. Okay, cool. So now you have this custom document made, and Adam and Brendan, they will help you with it, but you have to have everything organized for them to do it properly, right? So you want to make sure that you have that part of our I'm going to call it our sales funnel down pat so that it streamlines and it goes easy. You're not waiting 2 weeks for this document back because they got to watch an hour-long Zoom video, listen to it, go back and forth, get on a call with you. No, make it super simple for Adam and Brendan. And then at that point, now you get on the call and you say, hey, look, here's your $150 document that you purchased. This is what we're going to do. These are the goals. These are the outcomes. This is the pipeline of what we discussed. This is the workflow for each stage of that pipeline. And these are the amounts of times that it's going to take. It's going to take a week for us to get on a call back and forth just to make this document even bigger. And then it's going to take us about 4 to 6 weeks, whatever that is. We're going to give you all the SOPs. We're going to give you all the training, and we're going to give you all of this. And before you get to the price, you go back to that first conversation and you say, now remember, we built this to cover that $12,000 that was lost, remember? And you just do your sales pitch. And from there, you say, listen, it cost X amount of dollars. It cost $8,000 to build this. And you're more than welcome to go and hire somebody else to do this. So one of my first ones was right before we went to LA. And this is exactly how I closed it. She had a $4,000 budget. We sold it for 11 grand. And I mean, I reached out to her yesterday and she's giving me a testimonial. I asked her if one of my new clients could give her a call and she's like, absolutely. I would love to help. So like, I'm not dealing with shitty clients, and shitty, I mean like complaining. They don't have leads coming in. You don't want to deal with people that don't have a real business operating. And then if that's the case, you hand it off to Raul and Cody. And when they are ready and they have the full system of leads coming through, now you step in. And so that's really what I have been honing in on, is taking it step by step. And I joke around with my friends about this, but it's like, if I was single and I'm going to go to a bar or a restaurant and I see a girl, I'm going to just tell her, hey, I like your dress. I'm not going to say, hey, do you want to get married tomorrow? That's what I see a lot of people doing when we're selling this Go High Level, is asking for you to get married. It's no, I like your dress. Can I get your phone number? Maybe we can go on a date. We go on a date. We have dinner. I'd like to hang out with you again. And you're building that relationship before you ever ask them to get married, before you give them a price. And if they ask you, how much does it cost? It's like, if anyone else has given you a price, they're absolutely making it up. This document is required for me to even know how much it would cost, or for you to know how much it would cost. So again, there you're separating yourself from all these people on Facebook, Instagram that claim that they're Go High Level experts, because we really don't know how much it's going to cost. You can probably have a rough idea, like, okay, maybe this will be 6 grand, 5 grand, whatever. But you're now becoming a consultant and not a salesperson for their business. And it's really important for me at least, to say no when it doesn't feel right. I had a client that he had an app for working out, and I sold him the AI stuff. And really what happened is he just didn't have leads coming through, and it turned into me having to spend hours and days and time and energy on trying to justify, hey, this AI is going to work. I have a client right now. It is working wonders because they have a lead infrastructure of people coming through. Now,
Yeah.
you can pass those people. If you have that conversation, there's always opportunity. Hey, I am vertically integrated and partnered with Raul and Cody, and I would love to introduce you to them. Let the experts handle that. You're the Go High Level expert. You can handle the AI and all of
So
that.
I wanna just jump in here real quick, because I think that you just made a really, really good point. In fact, there was a comment in the chat that I can get people to spend $1,500, but I can't get people to spend 5 or 10K. And I think that you just mentioned something that, like, and we focus in the partner program that we've got and in the GHL mastery program, selling high ticket. And one of the things, this is I'm going to throw a little bit of shade at the Facebook ads people in here, but when you're selling Facebook ads, typically your first couple clients are people who might have a $500 budget on Facebook ads, right? And they want more leads. When you tie yourself to those types of people, you're never going to be good enough because they're never going to get enough leads with $500 to actually make a difference. What Nick just mentioned is that he's looking for people who already have lead flow. They've already got a business, but their systems are broken. They're missing, tens of thousands of dollars because of X, Y, and Z thing. Nick was talking a lot about, and it may have kind of gone over some of your guys' heads, but focusing on the customer journey is what he does on his discovery calls, on his consulting calls. And he made the point of like, I can't give you a quote until we actually cover this entire scope. And all that scope doc is what we teach on how to develop the customer journey for your client so that they can get the aha moment of, oh, this is where I'm falling short currently, and this is how we're going to fix it. And then he can go in and he can say, okay, well, based on the numbers, like I'm not going to say this, but based on the numbers that he has from them, he knows that the customer journey is going to solve X amount of problems and is going to save X amount of leads. Therefore, he can charge $5K. He can charge $10K because it's going to solve a $50K problem. Right. And so he's not focusing on the $1 to $2 leads. He's focusing on the $50,000 problem that they didn't even know they had. Right.
Yeah.
Now, Nick, I want to switch gears ever so slightly because you're going and selling a bunch, right? And you don't have to do any of the work. Why is that?
Yeah. It's the best situation that all of us have right in front of us. You guys are absolutely amazing. I mean, I've in the beginning, I was getting on these calls, doing this stuff, building, and what happens is you have your sales, and then as you sell, you make money. But then as you build, you don't have any money coming in. And so it becomes this little roller coaster of, okay, I made some money, I didn't, and how far can $6,000 go? A couple months, maybe a month and a half, 2 months, depending on your bills, what you got to pay. But so your time is really valuable. And what Antoine said, 2 days. And so, uh, so what Adam and Brendan have in this amazing partnership is they are your fractional development team. And so I have the full confidence in them because they've taught me everything of Go High Level is that, I'll get a build, Adam and Brendan will charge, $5,000 to build it. And then I raise a little bit of money on top of it because I'm doing the sales. And then in order to use the system, it's anywhere between $500 to $1,500 a month. And Adam and Brendan, Jarrell as well, everybody is working on it on the background while I can continue to focus on getting more business and selling. And so I'm at a point where my job literally is go and find these clients, get them on that 5 to 10 minute call. That's it. That's all I'm focusing on. I'll have 5 to 10 minute calls all day. And then the ones that hit that I also choose to work with, are they going to be a difficult client? Are they not going to be a difficult client? Do they have the money to do this? I'll do my own follow-up and my own sales process. But Adam and Brennan have really been able to take off the entire load and manage and do everything for me, knowing that my clients are going to be happy, that everything is on track, everything is documented, and everything is super beyond organized, more than whatever I could do. Because if you looked at my room right now, you'd understand.
It's the reason you have a black curtain up,
Yeah, that's why I have a black curtain right here. And so they have been, it allows us to all, it's a win-win-win for everybody. And that's what really this has done for me is I'm winning, Adam, Brendan, Jarrell, GHL is winning, and the customer is winning. And then those customers actually, when they see this, I have one client that has given me 3 separate side businesses just from one conversation, and we're working on those right now as we speak for getting them a proposal. And so now you have more time working on your own business of sales and getting this out, and selling more while they're working in the business. Adam, Brendan, and Jarrell, and everybody else. There's a bunch of other people that are working in the business to support you or me or us going out and selling this. And so I mean, when I first met Adam, I was super skeptical. How many you're gonna have me pay to join this? How many people stay? And he was like, honestly, we haven't had really anybody leave. And I was like, all right. And here I am.
That's not entirely true. I think
Not anymore.
the people who show up and actually go do the work, they don't leave. But the people who just never show up, they leave.
Well, of course. I mean, sometimes life happens and you do your own thing. But I would say the 2 biggest takeaways for me in this and what is led to me being successful with closing deals and doing this is think about it as if you were meeting a guy or a girl at a bar for the first time when you were single. Is like you're not asking them to get married. You're taking it step by step. And so each part of that journey is the first thing is just get them to respond to a message. Put yourself in their shoes of all the messages that they see. How do you do that? Then get them to think of you as a consultant or an expert in the field by separating you apart from all the other people that are sitting there using ChatGPT. Just be a human, be yourself. Don't use ChatGPT to talk to them. Like, because people send me stuff and I'm like, this is ChatGPT. Bespoke, the word bespoke is like ChatGPT's favorite word. And so the second part of that is get them on a phone call and don't talk about anything about AI, go high level, or anything. Just ask them questions. And when you think that you've asked enough questions, there's this little thing in your head that's like, okay, now I'm ready to talk about go high level and AI. No, like suppress that thought and just keep asking questions and really listen to them of like, okay, what happens in this step next? Okay, what would you like for it to happen? Like ideally, if you had the golden opportunity to run your business, what would that look like for you? Because then they'll get out of their brain and they'll be like, well, ideally it would be like that. Okay, cool. If that were to happen, how much money does that mean for you in your pocket? Like just keep going. And now you have a problem that they can start to see for themselves. And then when you get them on the next call for that proposal document, that's when you can start talking about money and go high level.
Absolutely, dude. Thanks for sharing that. We've absolutely loved working with you. Nick, I've probably some of you guys have probably heard this before, but Nick kind of mentioned it when he came into the GHL Mastery Program. I think we had a trial price of $49, and Nick was bitching and moaning about having to pay me $49 to join our program, and told me, "I'm going to I'll do your trial price, but I'm going to be out of here in 3 to 4 weeks. I guarantee it." And we're a year later, and now Nick's out there selling $8,000, $10,000 plus builds with the stuff that we're teaching him.
And I will say, like, I've been in everybody's position. I'm not in this amazing position. It's all unfolding over like really ever since I got back from LA with you guys at the event. But if anyone needs help, hit me up in the Go High Level Mastery group. Hit me up in the GSD group. Like I'm here. If you need help on a sales call, we can figure something out where we just raise the price a little bit or something. Like I just like selling and I'm good at it and I enjoy it. Like I really do. I think that's what I've been lacking for the past years. I wasn't selling. I was sitting there at the computer on these calls trying to build like, okay, what happens if I do this? Where's the custom value go here? What do I do? No, just let Adam and Brendan do that for me. And I genuinely like to sell. So if anybody needs help, I'll keep uploading my calls there. It does take me a little bit of time. I have a bunch of calls that I can just keep uploading and help you guys. But if you need any help, like Go High Level Mastery has legit like changed the course of my life in a good way. And I mean, I talk to these guys every day, probably too much. They're probably, go to sleep, bro. What are you